Time for another episode of Final Girl, another Sacred Groves versus Inkanyamba. This time we're going to have a different Final Girl. We have Adelaide, who hopefully will fare as well as Barbara, who kicked some butt for us last time, which is amazing, which also usually means Inkanyamba's going to come back and get that revenge on us this time. So real quick before we get started here with the setup, I wanted to say thank you to all the old Game Radio fans. I see a lot of you guys in the comments and on Twitter, which is awesome. We're all old men now. It's been 20 years. And the other thing I wanted to say is thanks. We all have to thank my 5-year-old because she agreed to stay downstairs and be quiet while I'm upstairs doing this so that we can actually have a video come out tomorrow, this one, because we got all caught up with the things I had planned ahead of time. And we've had, they call them distance learning days, right? We had snow days where they closed the schools, and instead of just letting the kids screw around all day, we have to do some schooling and some online course stuff and yada, yada, yada. So we're all done with that, and that bought me a little bit of time to do this. So hopefully we can get through this and survive, so she won't hear me up here screaming and crying about the horrible death we're probably going to have. So let's make sure we got everything set up. All right, here we have... Oh, that's cool. An aluminum bat to start as an item. Well, see, this is where I want... Oh, and the ceremonial dagger. Okay, well, maybe we're going to go in there and just go and swing and let's see. So the dagger we had last time, that's cool because we can lower the killer wrath and the divine wrath. And then the energy drink, man, I promise you I shuffle these because I want to have it be a different experience. Part of why I like doing this is because one of the secrets of board gamers is they don't get to play a lot of their games. They just get to collect a lot of games. And unfortunately, you never get to experience how every game, that you have can be so wildly different. And that's one of the things I really wanted to pursue with this is, we get to see different setups and various outcomes of these games that we own and don't get to play a lot. And so here we are. So I wanted to look at this aluminum bat. Whenever you inflict damage to the killer with the aluminum bat, you may immediately discard a minor dark power, including any health markers on the remaining card. It is a 1 damage card, but it is 2-handed. So we wouldn't be able to use, like a trash can lid or the, what did we have last time? We had a health kit, the first aid kit, right? So we wouldn't be able to use that. So, but still pretty awesome. Although I am a little bummed, I have to say that I drew the ceremonial dagger again, only because, again, I wanted to see like a very variable setup here. But there's a lot of cards that are just off camera. All of these are not in the game, and I don't know what any of these are. And then remember, there's 4 in each pile here, and we only get to see the initial setup ones. Speaking of setup, Swamp Thing. That is the name of today's setup card. Let's put that out here and see if we can get this taken care of here. So we have people at the groundskeeper shed where the energy drink is. There's 2 people there. Let's go ahead. 1 here, 1 here. Where's our killer? Here's our killer. In the Holy Groves, the final girl's going to start in the center. 2 people at Lost and Found with the ceremonial dagger. Must have been Barbara leaving it there on her way out from last time. And then we have, looks like, Burial Ground and the Sacred Shrine. So 2 people in the sacred sites. That angers the gods. Remember, that's the divine wrath thing down here. 1 here and 1 here. Let's take a look at Adelaide again. I put her up on the screen. Didn't take a good look yet. So that's awesome. I automatically already love her, right? I love being able to buy some time, and I love being able to get less horror and then move 1 space. Those are the best things. Those are my favorite things. And then, oh yeah, that's right. And hers is choose one of the following immediate effects. And then for each additional victim, yeah, man, I love the final girls in this pack. This is Slaughter in the Groves. Man, that's awesome. Okay, so what do we have left here? This is always the thing. Closed for... Did we have this last time? Closed for maintenance. When this card is revealed, you may discard all action cards except Atonement to close. Oh, no, I don't think we did. Because we start out with these cards and we don't have any Atonement cards, but I can't have turn 1 have no cards. That would be awful, right? If you do, place the closed token on the sacred site of your choice. Move any victims there to an adjacent space of your choice. Evenly distributed. Victims may no longer move into the space for any reason, but you and all enemies may continue to move to and from the space as normal. Man, it would be really nice to move this person or that person out of there into, like, this person could move here and I could book it out there and try to save some people right away. The problem is you may discard all action cards, and this is a terrible card to start with because I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to have I have to have a turn 1, right? I've got to be able to do something here. That's a huge bummer, man. Okay. Now, oh, geez, did we just try to get that ceremonial dagger again? That worked out so well for us last time. Let's see here. Well, I learned a little bit last time that I really think that I want to keep. I need to not spend every starting card, right? So maybe we're gonna roll focus with our 2 here. One thing I haven't done yet that I keep meaning to do. Not that anybody cares. These dice are huge, and they're probably great for, when I roll them and you can see them, how big they are on the screen, but they're too big in my hands, right? They're 19 millimeters. They're ginormous. 16 millimeters are even a little large for my liking, but I own Hostage Negotiator, and I'm fairly certain that I have 2 sets of dice for that game, one set that is chunky like this and one set that's smaller, and if they're the same dice, I might end up switching to those smaller dice. Oh, Fails City here, trying to do a focus, huh? Okay, well, again, like normal, I'm prone to dumping my short rest and weak attack on turn 1 for a success, just to lower the horror. That is going to cost us 1 time. Now, whatever we do next, which is going to be walk, I think. Whatever we do next, I can only afford to let it cost us 1 time. So let's try to walk 1 time. Or, 1 card. Okay. 1 success on a walk is -1 time, and that's move up to 1 space. I actually think I'm going to go to the burial ground here. I want to snag that person out of there, which was stupid of me to put my meeple on top. There we go. So we only have 4 points, and I think that what I want to do now is I want to dump focus for 1 point, right? You discard that face down, it gives you 1 point. That gives us 5 time. With my 5 time, I'm going to buy a distraction for 3 and a sprint for 2. You can see where I'm going with this, right? We're going to go reset that back to 6. We'll put our cards back out. Now it is the killer's turn. This guy is going to do nothing. Oh, well, okay. The killer wrath, if it's at 1 and 2, moves up 1 point. But then they stand there and target the victim, right? Hold on. I have graphics for this, right? They target the closest victim or the final girl. And then they attack, which they're not going to do. So we're going to draw a terror card, and we have Fickleness of the Gods. Place this card. Oh no! Place this card next to the Divine Wrath card. At the end of the upkeep. Oh no! At the end of the upkeep phase, make a horror roll. I'm like out of space here. Okay, we'll have to put this somewhere where I don't forget it. Maybe if I can't hold it, right? Because I can't hold all these. Need more space. All right, well, we'll put it maybe right here. Okay, so what we're going to do, place this next to Divine Wrath at the end of the upkeep phase, make a horror roll. You may spend 3 time during the action phase to discard this card. So this is persistent? Okay. All right, so that's the terror card. So then there's the panic phase in which nothing happens, and now the upkeep phase, which we go to this. So make a horror roll. Oh, dear me, this is going to be ugly. 2 fails. Okay, I mean, did we expect anything else? Okay, so now we have Unleash Divine Wrath, which is -2 time. That's really bad. And then, I never showed this to you guys. There we go, right? So that's nasty. So we got the no successes. Increase Divine Wrath by number of victims at the sacred sites, which there's 2 of, right? Final girl is not a victim, so we have +2. So we're going to go to 4. Okay, so now we're in real trouble because it's back to our turn, and I can't afford to ditch 3 times because that would put us at 1 time. Yikes. Well, let's see how this goes. Well, maybe we can. I mean, we do get a bunch of focus cards, so I guess a lot of that is going to depend on how well we roll here in a minute. So let's try our distraction roll. Let's try to get that horde pumped down. Give me 2 successes, please. Ooh. So we got 1 success, and we could buy a 2nd success. And as sexy as that would be, I kind of want to be able to walk. and sprint. So so let's go +1 time and just -1 horror for our distraction. I do like that distraction card a lot though. And we're in a good spot again. Eeh. All right, well, let's roll for sprint. Fail. Okay, so that sucks. So failing a sprint, we can move up to 1 space and it's going to cost us a damage. So let's just do it. Let's do 1 damage. Let's do 1 hit point off of the final girl. Let's move 1 space. Let's move over here with these people. And then we're -2 time. That is the opposite of what I wanted to have happen. And then it forcefully ends our turn. Remember, that icon in the top right-hand corner hates us. Action phase immediately ends. So we have 3 points to buy cards. We have a walk card in our hand. You know what? I'm buying a distraction again because we're taking all these cards back. That puts both walks in our hand and a distraction. I like it. So let's go ahead. We'll put sprint back. We'll put the other distraction out. We'll go to the killer who does nothing again, right? Because that's already higher than 2. We're going to go to... I'm going to reset that because I always forget to. We are going to then flip the terror card. Aye, Rage of the Gods. So it says draw an event card. So that's the first thing. The gods hate failure. Whenever you completely fail a horror roll after conversions and rerolls, increase the divine wrath by 1. Dear me. So, you know who else hates failed rolls? This guy right here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so that's going to be a tough one to remember. I almost feel like I should just put that, it's going to be off camera, but if I put it right where I look when I look at the dice, I'll probably see it. Okay. And then we have increase. Oh, man. So we're doing the increase on the yellow one here, the Divine Wrath again, by the number of victims at the sacred spaces. So that's going to be +4 now. So we're going from 4 to 8. Oh, no. We're going, no. I moved them off the burial ground. So just 1. So we'll go to 5. Okay, and then... what do we have after that? This is hard to read on the screen. Oh, no, there we go. Place the killer at the sacred site with the most victims or in your space. So this guy's going to teleport to there. And then they're going to kill that person. Fabulous. Just what we needed. Okay, so then... we move up the bloodlust because somebody died, and it does say increased, again, divine wrath by the number of victims at sacred spaces. Now there are 0, which is good, so that didn't happen. However, maybe we start looking a little bit more seriously at this atonement card that we completely ignored last game. Since, that card is special and unique to the Inkanyamba and the sacred sites, and that's how we're going to lose killer wrath or divine wrath. That's how we're going to lower those anyway. So that was a heck of a terror card. Okay, panic phase. There's nobody in the space with the killer to panic. That leaves upkeep phase, which is just going to be this horrible, horrible roll we have to make here. Ay. No successes again, which says unleash this, and now it's at 5. Oh, which is -4 times, so we only have 2 time. Yeah, that has to be handled. Okay, and then it says increase by number of victims at sacred spaces, and that's 0 now. Oh, now it's back to our turn. I think with those two time... Oh, we're going to end up spending time. I don't really have a choice here, I don't think. I don't think there's a way to get out of this mess. Yowza. All right, well, let's... So wait a minute. We have that the gods hate failure. And that says whenever you completely fail a horror roll, increase that by 1. We failed this roll. This was a horror roll, so technically we probably don't have the -4. I actually think it's up 1 level, which is far worse. It's +2 horror. Oh, that's a nasty combination. Okay, so we have to handle this. Okay, yeah. That's no good. Okay, so let's try this distraction now to save our bacon on this. We need 2 successes. Yes. Okay. Good deal. That helped, I guess, right? So it went back down to where it was. +2 puts it up to 8, which is fine because we're going to be buying some atonement here, I can tell you. However, unfortunately, it didn't get us down into the 3 dice realm. I would love to be able to burn this stupid card. Maybe we should just do it now because this is going to really sting. So let's just do that. You may spend 3 time during the action phase to discard that card. That way, we don't have to worry about that nasty thing. We can buy some atonement cards this time and try to handle that thing. Let's get 1 success on a focus, baby. R0. So we can buy 1 though. So let's do that weak attack and short rest again, just to get us out of a pickle here, right? So that gives us -1 time, but also -1 horror, which is good because now we get 3 dice, right? We've got the horror so low. However, we need to get these people out of here. All we need is 1 space. Oh, come on. Walk with 3 dice. We can do this. We can do this. Yes, we can. We got 2 successes. I tried to adjust that so you would see every roll, and it's like impossible, so I'm sorry. Okay, so 2 successes on a walk is -1 time and move up to 2 spaces. So we're going to go 1 into this space here, and then I can move again. You know, maybe we try to extract these people from the utility shed. So let's take our 3, and oh hey, maybe we can salvage this a bit here. Let's do this. Let's take +2 time. I'm gonna want, if I can do it, 6 to 8 times. So let's see. Let's do +2 time again. Boom, boom, and then. Holy smokes, we could drop the horror 1 more level, or we could move to where we want to be. I do have a walk card in my hand, so let's just drop the horror 1 level. That gives us a little bit of insurance from losing that die, which I don't want to do. Then we have, I mean, I guess we could try to walk in there, right? I mean, we may as well while we have the 3 dice. I want to be in there to be able to search for an item. And that ceremonial dagger is baller. There we go, 2 successes. Well, we could move in and move out. Let's see, -1 time. Or we could just move the 1 space and go in there with those people. So we could also just come down here and go 1, 2 and get closer to those 2. We could go 1, 2 and be right here, which would be good to evac these people right away. Where's the bat? The welcome center, which is way over here. That's too far away from us right now. Maybe the bat and the ceremonial dagger do the same damage, right? But the ceremonial dagger helps us with this mess, so I think I'm going to stay right where I am. That leaves us a focus card, which I'm not going to use, because what we are going to spend our 6 points on is... how about 1 search, 1 atonement, and 1 sprint, right? That's 2, 4, 6 in cards. There's our points spent, right? That gives us a good chance at lowering the Divine Wrath, finding a dagger, and getting those people out of there, right? That's the plan, okay? let's go with that. Yeah, sounds great. All right, okay, killer, doing nothing again. This is higher than 2, so they're not going to raise that. They're going to swing and miss. They're going to draw a terror card, and we have Wrath of Death Unleashed. This is the red one. Dang it. Oh, look. See? +1 horror, because this is on the +1 horror. Ah, that was actually a smart move. Okay, increase red equal to your current health. Oh my gosh. I have 5 hit points? 3, 4, 5? So we go from 3 to 8, just like that. Maybe we should have bought another atonement card, huh? And then target nearest victim, walk 2 spaces, and kill. Oh, man. So they're going to come down here to Lost and Found. What does that say? If there are no victims, target the final girl instead. So we're going to kill 1 person. It's going to push Bloodlust up. Now Inkanyamba runs around with 3. Okay, we're going to do a panic roll for this person. This is a panic roll, not a horror roll, by the way. Oh no, now they're back in the sacred site. Oh, okay. So, upkeep phase. We don't have that nasty, nasty card anymore. We have Adelaide holding it down right now. And we still have this God's Hate Failure card, which I gotta remember still exists. Can I put this in a place that we can remember how awful we roll? Okay. Okay. So now let's go with, well, I mean, I guess we start with a search, right? Let's start with a search. Let's grab our dagger and skedaddle. 3 successes. Bam! That's what I like to see. So let's. Oh no! I'm in the wrong place. I kept saying ceremonial dagger. I'm in the groundskeeper shed, which is the energy drink ore. right? And because we had 2 successes, this is a little different, right? This is -1 time. Don't forget that. Don't get too excited. Take the top 2 item cards and choose one. Place the other top face up or underneath face down. Oh, did I forget to put these cards out last time? I did. I'm really bad at that. Okay. Okay, so we have a prayer book. Oh, wow. When you... Oh, ooh. Boy, these are both really good. When you play Atonement, add 1 star to your roll. Look at that. But then we have an energy drink as well, which I kind of like also. Oh, man. So I feel like the Atonement's the smart play here. I'm in the prayer book. And you can spend it. Look at that. It's 2 uses. You can use it 2 times. Those little stupid markers go there, which I don't have out at the moment, so we'll just use something else. But that's pretty good. I like the energy drink for the +3 time, but at the same time, we're in trouble with this Atonement. So let's throw this. Oh, good. And it goes in your backpack without any funny business. I'm just going to grab a die here and put it on 2. So I know we have 2 uses of that mess. I like the energy drink. So maybe I keep it on top because I'm going to keep it on top because if we fail at walking out of here or whatever, I'm going to be really upset. All right, speaking of Atonement rolls, let's do it now. Oh my word. Ooh. Well, maybe we spend one of these now to give us 2 successes, right? Because what does 2 do? Decrease one or the other by half as opposed to just 1. So yeah, maybe that was the smart move. Okay, so decrease one or the other by half. So now this one sucks, so we could drop this one down to 4. The Killer Wrath. Let's do that just to bring that down a little bit. Yeah, man, wow. All right, well, here we are. Okay, while we can, let's drop a focus. Oh, dropping dice everywhere. No! We failed our focus roll, which is -2 time. That's terrible. That puts us down to 3. Oh, and raise the yellow 1 by 1. Okay, maybe that would have been the smart move. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go save these people. Only 1 success. Okay, so 1 success on a sprint is still move up to 2 spaces and -1 time. So move up to 2 spaces is good because we can go 1. Man, do we really risk this? I think we do. Forget getting these people out this turn. I say we get them out next turn. So we go 1, 2, and I come down here, right? Yikes. And now I'm only 2 spaces away from getting 4 people out because if we remember, Adelaide's power is minus horror for extra people rescued. So I don't need to buy a distraction if I can succeed on a sprint. So we're going to use our money to buy us. Oh, wait, well, we get free cards. We got a walk and a walk. Yeah, but I'm terrible at rolling. Do we just rely on winning some walk rolls and we take 2 close calls, or do we take an Atonement and we hope we can walk out of here? I think we need to... Okay, we can't ignore the Atonement. We're going to spend our only 2 points because this is killing us here. This is killing us, these 2 cards this time. Sprint, focus, Atonement, and search going back into the pile. The Killer is now going to do their stand there and attack somebody, which does nothing, and draw a terror card. If I climb on top of that statue, I can get a killer selfie. Oh, for God's sakes, people. Increase the Divine Wrath by number of victims at sacred spaces. So now Divine Wrath is at level 8. Unleash Divine Wrath. Discard 2 random action cards and -5 time. Yep, buddy. We better not discard that Atonement card or I'm going to be super upset. Okay, so we're going to discard Atonement and Short Rest, of course. Okay, so then place, what does that say? Place 2 new victims at the burial grounds. What are they, zombies? All victims adjacent to the burial grounds move there. Oh, that's good news. Now we have 4 people hanging out. Oh, man. Okay, nobody died. It moves on, so no panic phase. It moves on to upkeep phase. We don't have any garbage rolls we have to make. So now it's our turn with no atonement card. So basically, we need to walk out of here like right now with these people. And we don't have a weapon. That's a bummer. Okay, we got 1 success on a walk. Oh gosh, so here's our other problem. We're at 0 time, and we can move 1 space. So now we're sitting here with all these morons. And if I walk and fail again, it forcefully ends my turn. So let's just see what happens. I mean, I can't do anything else anyway, so... We got, okay, again, so 1 success, which on a walk is minus... so it's move up to 1 space first. So we're going to move here, and then it is minus 1 time, right, which is going to forcefully end our turn. So let's get this all taken care of. So first thing first, we're going to put it there to lower the horror by 1. The second one is going to go move 1 space, which is going to go... Do we come after the killer or do we run away? That's a lot of walking to get out that way. That's a lot of walking. And if we go to the killer, we might... Well, they don't hit too hard. They only hit for 1 damage. Let's see if we can book through this way. So now we have unlocked Adelaide's special power. That's right, and hers is like immediate. And we have 2 extra people that we saved. So those 2 extra people, say, reduce the horror for each additional victim, and there's 2, but because we already have that, if you look here, that's additional time. So we're actually bumped back up to 2 time, but we still triggered the thing. But that just means we have 2 points to spend, so that's okay. So then this says recover, so I can recover all hit points, take up to 6 cost worth of action cards into your hand, or, oh man, okay, so maybe that's the move, right? Decrease 1 type of wrath to 1. So we're going to drop that yellow one, the Divine Wrath, all the way to 1. As much as I'd love to take the cards, that Wrath is smoking us and causing problems. So let's go ahead and drop that down to 1. That's her power done, but she has the awesomest victim rescue thing, dropping it by horror. That's cool. Okay, so we have saved a lot. We've only lost 2 people. Our turn was forcefully ended. We're going to spend those 2 points on... Well, now I'm not so sure Atonement's the answer, right? I mean, that's only at 4. If I drop that by half on a good roll... it's going to go up anyway. So now we have our 2 points. Maybe we should take Sprint instead and try to get somewhere. I mean, we don't have enough to do Retaliate. So if they're going to come for us, they're going to hit us. But like I said, they're only hitting for 1 at this point. So let's take Atonement. Did I take a card? No, I didn't take a card. And I get our focus back. Oh, and Sprint, not Atonement. Sprint, I'm sorry. I took Sprint. Okay, so that's our 2. So we'll reset this to 6. We'll fill the market back up. These are free, Atonement, and free. Okay, not a great way to be halfway through, I feel like. We need a weapon. We need to do some damage. This guy's got 9 hit points, and we're burning through terror cards. Speaking of, Inkanyamba's turn is going to happen. It's going to increase this if it's too low. It's not too low. 1 or 2, increase it by 1. Target final girl, nearest victim, and stab. Nobody there. So then we are going to draw a terror card, which says, ooh, he's coming and there's nothing we can do. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, +1 horror. Yeah, see, I like having that horror be able to be a little bit lower. And then target, nearest victim, which is the fat pile of people. Okay. Oh no, the nearest victim is going to be 1 over. Okay, boom. So 1 over, and then kill. Kill. All right, so this guy dies. We're going to push this up, and so 2 things are going to happen. 1, we're going to unleash Divine Wrath, which is -1 time and increase Divine Wrath by 1. So we'll bump that to 2, and they unlock their dark power, which says Rising Dead. Oh no, that's horrible. Whenever the red one increases, we gain that's a horror up. Oh man. Okay. All right, panic phase, nothing. Upkeep phase, we've got nothing. I really wish there was a way to get rid of this stinking card here. Man, that's brutal. Okay. So more than ever, having as many dice as possible is the key here. Okay, so we have garbage in our hands. That's what we have. I mean, I guess we try to run as far as we can go. I would like to be able to do that. Let's see If we can go 3 spaces away with 2 successes, yes. Okay, hey, I'm game. That's all right. So let's, or 3 spaces rather. So -1 time puts us at 4, and then that is move up to 3 spaces. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 up to these people so we can get these people out of here. That's the goal. Now I don't have a walk card, but I do have a focus, and I would love to push this down just one more horror. Oh, that's a bummer. We failed. So if we fail, that's real bad because remember, it ups that one. Instead, we can pay, because of those, we can pay a focus and a weak attack to get 1 success on a focus, which is -1 time, -1 horror. Because the horror has been going up, and I don't want to lose these 3 dice. We need these 3 dice. So now we're out of cards. We can buy cards for the cost of 3. So we're going to take back our freebies. We have 2 walks in our hand. That's not awful. I really wish we had 1 more point, but that's just not the hand that we've got. So maybe we start thinking about attacking here, right? We start thinking about how it's going to look during the fight. So let's take a guard and a close call for 3. We'll reset that to 6. Inkanyamba's going to go do nothing here. Yep, we're not going to up the killer's wrath. It's already higher than 2. We have tourist trap. All victims adjacent to a sacred space move there. So this person moves into the spot with the killer. Oh no, increase divine wrath by number of victims at sacred spaces. That's +4. So we go from 2 to 6, which is 2 horror. At least it doesn't unleash, that's good, except for this would cause it to unleash. So yeah, there's that. So then it's target nearest whatever, they're in a spot and kill them. So tourist trap was successful. This person dies. It's going to push that up. And now they're doing 2 damage. And then it says increase divine wrath by number of victims in sacred spaces again. So that's +3 more. So we go from 6 to 9. No! Oh my god. Oh, I never put these cards back. All right, let me put these back into the market because we're gonna need them. Okay. Oh, dude. Okay. There's nobody to panic because they're all dead at the sacred shrine. There's nothing to do in the upkeep phase. We can't get rid of that card. It's back to us. So we can short rest or walk twice. So let's see how well we walk. I actually wouldn't mind walking to the welcome center. If we can get 2 successes, which we cannot seem to do. So we got 1 success on a walk, which is, remember, -1 time, and we can move 1 space. So now here's the $1,000,000 question. Do we bounce out, or do we move 1 space over here and hope we roll 2 successes to put us at the welcome center next time? I think I'm going to gamble it. I think we're going to move up there with all these people. I need 2 successes now. Like real good, 1 success. Well, we have 1 success. Hold on. We're not out of the woods yet here. We have 1 success, and we totally could ditch close call and short rest to put us in the welcome center. And the whole reason why I want to be in the welcome center is because I want to be able to search. I don't have a search card. So if we move 1 space with these people, and we pay the 1 time, okay, hold on here. Okay, wait a second. Then we can, and we're not going to have either walk card next time, right? So maybe we ditch 2 cards. Let's ditch close call and short rest. That's a bummer ditching close call, but that's okay, right? To give us 2 successes on walk, which means we can walk 1 more space, right? It still costs 1 time, but that puts us closer. And we have 4 time, which means we could buy a search and a sprint. Oh man, I really needed atonement. But I think that's, oh gosh. Because this way we can likely find a weapon and then likely get these people out of there. So my question is that all likely to happen? It better be, because we won't be able to do an atonement for a while. So maybe our better bet is atonement and sprint to get the people out of there and to hopefully lower this atonement roll. Let's do that. And then we get our free cards back, and then we get to watch the killers stand there and swing and miss and draw a terror card, which says, oh yeah, here we go. Okay. He's coming, and there's nothing we can do. If there are no victims on the board... Oh, see, this is a huge bummer because we're about to lose everybody, right? So horror goes up by 1. They're going to walk in here and kill somebody, but now we're going to do panic rolls. Panic rolls for 2 of them. That's not what I wanted to happen. Of course. Success rolls. 5 and 6. 5 and 6 says they run to the south. So that leaves me in the welcome center with the killer. And upkeep phase, there's nothing to do. And did I miss somewhere? Raising? No, I don't see it. I thought maybe there was like a raising of the red here somewhere because of this. I kind of want to put this over here so I see it, right? Because I feel like that's an easy thing for me not to notice. Okay, all right, back to us then. So I took the sprint and not the search, which is awful because now I'm standing here and I can't find the weapon. That's too bad. So we're going to roll for atonement and try to drop anything. 2 successes. Oh no, we can do 3 successes if we dump our prayer book. Let's do that. Let's dump the prayer book. Let's do 3 successes on an atonement roll and decrease this to 1. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty sexy card when you're... Oh, I didn't put these cards out again. That's a pretty good card when you are facing a nasty atonement. So, okay. So let's say that was 3 successes, so that's good. We can sprint, we can focus, we can do a weak attack. I mean, why not? We'll hit him for 1, hopefully, right? At the very least. Why not? Let's do it. Bam! 1 damage to us, 1 damage to him. Boom. Oh, and boom. There we go. So 1 damage to each of us. Doesn't cost any time. I can dig it. We don't have the rest card. We do have the focus card, though. So let's see if we can lower that again. I gotta keep that low, right? There it is. 2 successes on a focus roll. So that's +2 time, -1. There we go. We haven't used any time yet. This will be good. So now the question is, do we just stop while we're ahead? We have a guard. I think so. So the worst situation here would be is if this idiot chases those people down instead of attacks us. Okay, so we have 8 points to spend. So if we take a retaliate for 4, that goes from 8 to 4. Then we take... God, we could take Furious Strike. No, we're standing in a spot to get a weapon for a reason. So let's take Search for 2. And then let's take... Do we have a way to move? We have a sprint in our hand still. So let's take... We have 2 points left. Do we take the 2 close calls? I think we take the 2 close calls. That way we don't have to worry so much about well, how many cards do we have now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bingo. Okay, so that's our last points. We're going to reset our points for next time. We're going to put Atonement back. And Weak Attack and Focus are free. Now the killer is going to attack me in our spot here. And didn't I just buy... Where did it go? There it is. Retaliate. Bring it on, sucker. We're going to do 1 point of damage. Well, maybe 2 if we're lucky. No. Not so lucky. Okay, so we got 1 success on a Retaliate, which is reduce damage from attack by 2, and they're only doing 2, and then do 1 point of damage back, it says. So we're going to take 1 more hit point off of Inkanyamba, and then Inkanyamba's going to draw a terror card, which says, oh no, this can't be good. Oh, we have Fury of the Gods. Another event card, loud and obnoxious. Whenever the yellow one increases, increase it by an additional 1. Look at this mess. Uh-oh. Yeah, we need a weapon. Okay, so what else continues on here? Increase the yellow one by the number of victims at sacred spaces, so there isn't any. And then it says unleash, which is -1 time and increase by 1. And then it says increase them again, and there are none at sacred spaces. So... but we have loud and obnoxious, which means it goes up by another 1 because this said increase it by 1 down here. Oh, dear. Oh, man. Okay. Panic phase, there's nothing. Upkeep phase, I don't think we have anything, right? We can't do anything about failing. And then we got to remember that this is awful. Okay. Okay, so now it's up to us. And, oh, man, I really wish I would have taken Furious Strike now. For some reason, I thought that guy was going to bail on us. So, oh, and we're getting, real close here to the finale card. Yikes. Okay, but we do have our search card now, though. Let's see what we can find. Absolutely nothing. So how about we drop a close call and we drop down to 3 time. Except for this time, we're going to roll 2 successes, baby. Or complete fails. Oh, my God. Okay, well, how about another close call? -2. Uh-oh. This might be all we do this round is stand here and rifle through crap looking for a baseball bat. There's 1 success. That's all I need. So we're at the Welcome Center. We now have an aluminum bat. So the only thing about the bat isn't useful to us because they don't have any dark powers, but it's at least 1 more damage. Now our biggest problem here is that we have only 1 time. And that sucks. So so let's if we can ditch 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, 4 cards. No, we need to ditch 3 cards. So what do we keep here? Do we try? Let's try a short rest. Let's just see. Before we do that, because I know how this is going to go, I'm going to ditch 3 cards for 3 points. That puts us back to 4. Wait a minute. Maybe we don't try the short rest. Maybe we hang on to that bad boy, because if the short rest doesn't roll right, we're going to lose time, and I don't want to lose too much time. I want to have the guard, I want to have the movement, and I want to buy Furious Strike. So with our 4 points, we're going to end our turn. We're going to buy Furious Strike. We're going to reset this to 6. We're going to put, we're going to get our free cards back. We're going to put walk, focus, those close calls that, I guess they saved our butts, and retaliate back out here. Because we don't have retaliate, we're going to have to rely on guard. And then hopefully Furious Strike will do some damage here for us, when we need it here in a little bit. Okay, so now Killer's going to attack us. We're going to guard. Oh, this is ugly. We got 2 successes on a guard. I can dig it. It's too bad we don't do anything else, but all right, whatever. We didn't take any damage, and then we're going to draw a terror card. Punishment or mercy. Do the following based on the current level of the red. The red is currently at 4, which says increase it by 2. So 1, 2, and it says whenever red increases, increase horror. So I think it's just 1. I don't think it's actually 2. I think it increased 2. Not it increases and then it increases, right? Whenever it increases, add horror. I just don't like the way that's worded, right? It sounds like it increased, so it only moves 1 time, I feel like, right? I've gone over and over and over this in my head, and it just sounds like here, we did it here, right? Whenever it increases, increase it by an additional 1. It's just worded differently here for whatever reason. It doesn't say, increase it by the same amount. It just says increase the horror. Whenever Killer Wrath increases, horror. It doesn't say by an additional 1, though, but it also doesn't say every step. And this is why this is so hard, is there's no clarification on that. So there's plenty of room on the card to say that, though. They could have written it exactly the same here, but they have an icon for that. It's got to be just an additional 1. What does the actual icon say? Increase horror level by 1. It's got to be that. It has to be that I played it wrong last time. I think, didn't I have this card last time, or I had something similar, and I kept moving it up, but I think it's only by 1. Okay, so was that it? 4, and it increased our horror by 2, punishment. Okay, so we are down to the last terror card here. So next turn, this guy's going to flip out and just start unloading on us. And we have they have 7 hit points still. We have only done 2 points of damage. There's no panic phase. It didn't kill anybody. And there is no upkeep phase. I've got nothing. So now it's back to us. So let's try to hit this jerk as hard as we can. There. Oh, let me put these cards back out. It's just guard was. Oh no, then I must have just used it. That stays. Okay. So Furious Strike. Here we go. We need 2 successes like you wouldn't believe on this roll. Oh my god, how about 0? 0 successes on a Furious Strike. Even 1 success on a Furious Strike is going to end our turn, and I don't have any rerolls. So, we are going to have to give up 2 cards. Yeah, this is garbage. So I guess we're going to give up... Focus? Do we give up Focus and... Short Rest so that we can still move? No, we're going to have our walks, right? So let's give up Sprint and Focus. That's terrible. So that we have at least 1 success on a Furious Strike, which is 2 damage because we have the aluminum bat. I mean, it's all I can do, right? We got to get his hit points down. And then it also is -1 horror, which is good for us, you know, and then it forcefully ends our turn. We have 6 points, though. You best believe I'm buying a Retaliate here, and then I'm buying... Do I buy a guard? No, forget it. I'm buying 2 close calls, and I'm gonna take my free cards back. Free cards, yeah, we're in it. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Good enough. We are going to put these back, and that is a free focus, a 2-cost guard, a 4-cost Furious Strike, and a sprint going back to the pool. Then the killer is going to attack me. And we have Retaliate for it. So we're going to roll for Retaliate with our aluminum bat to knock you upside your head, Inkanyamba. We have 1 success. We could make this 2. We could make this 2 successes. A lot of this depends on what this card says, and I don't know what that card says, and I kind of don't care. I kind of just want to beat this guy down while we can. So maybe I'm going to drop a Focus and a Walk. That gives us 2 successes on a Retaliate. Ignore all damage and do, well, in our case, it's going to be 3 points of damage. Inkanyamba's down to 2 hit points. I think that's okay. All right, so then they're going to draw a terror card, which says increase the yellow one by the number of victims at the sacred spaces, and there are none. And then it says unleash the yellow one. That's +1 horror. Okay. And then it says place 2 new victims in the Holy Groves. And then it says all victims adjacent to the Holy Groves move there. So there's what we got for that. Okay. There's where we are. Okay. So no panic phase, but now we get to see the finale. Savage Whirlwind. Look at this mess. And it's worse than it looks. It's actually that. So it's going to do the red one, increase the red one. Then it's going to be target nearest victim or final girl, sprint to them, essentially. They run 3 spaces now. Attack 2 times in the same zone. And then it's going to be unleash the yellow one, and then increase the yellow one by 2, not 1, because we still have this loud and obnoxious card out here. And this unleash is going to cause the horde to raise every single time. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So, I lost track because that was so nasty. That was the upkeep phase then. Okay, so it goes back to us. So, all we have... These are our options, boys and girls. Oh, okay, but the killer's still with us. And we have that. Which means we need to get at least 1 success to do 2 points of damage, to do these 2 points of damage, and then we don't know what's under this little token here. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. So, let's do it. And I have a bunch of... And the words coming out of my mouth were, and I have a bunch of rerolls in case we're going to need it, because you know how we roll. You know how we roll. That should be the name of this channel. You know how we roll. There it is. 2 successes. That cost us 2 time. I already paid that. So 2 successes on a weak attack is going to do 2 damage, which is 1. And here we go again. Okay. I should probably put these out here when I do this setup. I always set up this part of the board for some reason because that seems like the least interesting. All right, here we go. Remember, if there's hit points here, Inkanyamba lives and comes back to life with however many hearts are here. Can't tell from the stupid. There we go. Okay. No hit points. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Exciting. Hey, that was good. I feel like I'm getting smarter. I don't remember what that's from, but it's from some movie. Okay. So now let's take a look at what we didn't see here. That was exciting. All right, so we saw all this mess. Did we have hit points? Dude, I swear to you, I shuffled these. Isn't that what I had last time? That's amazing. That's amazing. And yeah, that's cool. And then I wanted to see, we didn't do it last time, and I'm bummed because I love looking at the items. So at the Welcome Center, so where I'm standing was Mysterious Pills. Discard this during action phase to choose one of the following: minus horror or heal 2. The Tribal Mask. Whenever you receive damage, choose one of these 2 and decrease by the amount of damage received. Oh, wow. Whenever you receive damage, choose either Wrath and decrease it by the amount of damage you receive. Man, it'd be pretty sweet to have that with the Ceremonial Dagger. You could keep this stuff in check. Like this time, it beat on us. If you damage an enemy with the whip, you may move them 1 space. I feel like I had that at one point in time. I don't remember if that was something I was recording or when I was like testing or flipping through cards. Now I don't know. They sound familiar to me. There's an old rifle, the Shaman's Bones, first aid kit, maps. Oh, and the dagger. For some reason, I thought the dagger would be somewhere else. Shaman's Bones, pepper spray, first aid kit, old rifle. What does the Shaman's Bones do? I forgot. I know we did this in a video. I looked at these. Look at the next terror card. Oh, yeah, and then replace it or not. That's cool. And the ones that weren't in there, man. Incense, out of order signs. Oh, that's wild. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. And the War Club wasn't in there. It only does 1 damage. So if I'm reading this right, none of the weapons here do 2 damage? In this whole scenario, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, it must be just because of the way like the killer in this one works. The killer doesn't move. I mean, when they do move, they move fast, but they don't move that often. It doesn't seem like that happened a lot just based on these terror cards that we grabbed. There's not a whole lot of movement. Well, as I see 4 boots in here, yeah, I guess that's a bit of movement. It's nothing like the Poltergeist where they have it on this card, though. But as you can see, things were about to get real bad with Inkanyamba here. So, but we did it. We did it. I'm very pleased. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The whole YouTube thing. It does help. Please comment. I love hearing from you guys. And remember, games are made for everyone's recreation. We'll see you later with a whole new location and a whole new killer. I've already got it sorted out. That'll be on like March 3rd, 2 days from now. We will see Dr. Fright on Maple Lane. Take care.